This afternoon session is about it's about the main reasons for systems projects. So the previous lessons that we had for this subject, uh, again, do not be confused with the names. You are taking systems analysis and design, but this is exactly the same with what the subject is for BSIT students. So they call it Systems Integration Architecture 1. But anyway, um, you learned already about the different information systems. You already discovered what information systems are. I hope you read um, very well your tasks back then, especially the impacts and the benefits of deploying information systems in organizations. And when we say deploying, I mean installing or adopting. No? So there are plenty of information systems out there. There are various types of information systems out there. And regardless of their types or regardless of their characteristics, all information systems have the same components. So we have hardware, software. With hardware and software, of course, we need data. And then with data, we need processes or procedures in order for us to be able to transform our data into information. And then finally, we need people. So we still need human interventions who will use our hardware and software in processing the data so that we arrive into something that is useful, such as information. So ang information again that we talk about we talk about here are the reports. So all information systems provide reports. And on the reports, makita nato ang information nga relevant based on that information system. So for example, ang enrollment system, that is obviously an information system. So na siya hardware, na siya software, of course, na people behind it who are using the system. And then, of course, we need data such as subject and students. And then the system will process it, and then ang system, kaya niya mag-deliver or mag-produce of informations in the form of reports, such as your certificate of enrollment. So on your end, as students, the kind of report that you receive is your certificate of enrollment. Okay, and then sa school nga kabahin, ang report pod nga kinahanglan namo from the enrollment system is the class list. Okay, so we need class list. Kanang class list, kato na siyang copy sa teachers. Okay, which provides information about who the students are or who are the enrollees of that particular subject. Okay, so depending sa mogamit sa information system, lahi-lahi iyahang information nga ma-produce. Okay, so generally, these are the fundamental aspects that you need to learn about information systems. And as students of the BLISS program, okay, so of course, we focus on or we highlight library management systems. So ang library management systems, kinahanglan po siya og data such as students nga mo borrow or borrowers or patrons. Okay, and then after processing the data kinsay ning borrow, no, kaya niya i-record, kaya niya i-process ang event, ang processes, no, ang nahitabo within the library. So kinsay nang hulam, unsa oras sa gihulman, unsa iyang gihulman. So of course na ay reports nga ma-produce dapat ang LMS or ang library management system. Okay? Now, like I said, this is the general or the fundamental aspects, things that you need to learn with information systems. Now, let's talk about the reasons why organizations deploy projects or deploy or begin developing software. Now, ang buti pasabot ani, when I say organization, let's not only focus on the library, ha? Because, like I said, information systems are present in supermarkets, in hospitals, in restaurants, in cafes, in library, etc. So let's talk about this topic in a general sense. Okay, so more on the general application. Okay, so inani na siya. So, for example, ang library, before maka-realize ang library nga inahanglan siya software, kasi reason. Okay, so in this topic, as you can see on your screen, it says main reasons for systems project. So there are reasons why organizations develop or deploy information systems. Kasi pag ang information system, masugdan kasi na siya, it is considered as a project. Okay, for example, ang atong BSIT students karon, they're now beginning their capstone project 1 and 2. That is like saying thesis 1 and 2. It's their equivalent thesis for developing, quote-unquote, information systems or software. Okay? Now, for organizations, the decision of buying, kay duha maguna siya kabuok, students. Duha siya kapamaagi unsaon pag-acquire information system. Number 1, you purchase it from a company that sells it. So usually kanang mga OPAC sa library bitaw or kanang point of sale system na ano may mga companies pod nga na maligya og software. Pwede na siya paliton. Okay? Usbo na ko ha. Duha ka pamaagi for organizations to acquire software or information system. Number 1, we purchase it from a company, from another company. So this company will provide us the software. No, kasagara sa mga software nga ginabaligya sa mga company kanang common na. Kanang pari-pariho ra siya og processes, pareha sa library management system, point of sale system kay although lahi ang gaysano og People's Plaza, essentially handling sales processes are the same. Is the same. So pareha naman to siya essentially. Yang processes pa sa library, pareha naman gid siya essentially. So that's the first way. So we purchase it. The second way is kung ang organization, iyang proseso, unique gid siya. Okay? Now, for example, for example, naitulo ka university. University 1, University 2, University 3. So, of course, these are schools. So, nasa sila enrollment systems. So, ibutang ta, alike ra ang enrollment system, ang proseso sa pag-enroll ng University 1 o University 2, okay lang mo purchase sila sa o sa ka-company. Kasi namin mga company nga, sila mo iga-provide og enrollment system across different universities in our country. Okay? So sila ang source sa enrollment system ani nga mga universities, isa ra ka company na maligya ba, gipalitan nila. So i-edit ra man na sa company. No, for example, University 1, so of course ang mo appear nga logo dito, logo ni University 1. O University 2 po, ang mo appear nga logo dito kay University 2. Meaning i-customize. Now, what if kani sa University 3, unique gid iyahang enrollment system. Unique iyahang process sa enrollment system. Okay, naging sila particular process nga unique, na dili siya common for all universities. Unsay buhaton? That's the time nga si University 3, ang pagpalit og software is dili ang practical solution, kundi magpabuhat gyud specifically kay unique man sila og processes, unique man sila og requirements, unique sila og enrollment system for this matter. For example. Ha? So, kada magud siya good for small companies, okay lang, no? We just purchased it. Okay, but for large companies, for large organizations, again, when I say organizations, I mean for all, coffee shop, hospital, restaurant, library, blah, 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 ang pagpalit sa usa ka software o pagpahimog usa ka software, dili siya decision nga pwede lang nato isulti overnight. Because number 1, it involves money. Number 2, it involves time. And people, of course. Okay? So what are the main reasons why organizations go for projects? Ayaw mo kalibog kay sa term, so yung anong systems projects naman na siya. Kasi manggod, ang beginning pa, for example ha, anani, nagpalit og enrollment system. Ang tawag ato niya information system, di ba? Pero kay Endeavor manggod siya, no? Gigastuhan siya ba? Gastuhan siya. It's a project. Mura gud pud na og kanang mga local government. Pag naa sila example nagpa construct sila kalsada diha, di ba? We call it a project. Okay, something like that. Okay? Specifically sa tua, kay software man siya, we call it systems project. Kaya naman siya funding, nag-involve man siya kwarta, nag-involve siya tao. So, sa mga reason, over time, why organizations purchase or develop software systems. Okay? First of all, let's talk about strategic planning. Saan yung strategic planning? Each organization has a strategic plan. Before ko mo discuss the reasons, ako asang let's just talk about strategic planning first. Like I said, all organizations have their specific strategic plans. What are strategic plans? These are the plans, long-term plans, quote-unquote, of organizations, okay, for the survival of the organization itself. Kumbaga, unsa imong strategy? Jollibee Foods Corporation, unsa ilang strategy para mo compete sa ubang food chains? Diba sa strategic plan nato, long-term siya ba? For example, in 5 years, we want to expand our store in Dubai or in Europe. Something like that. So, kita po, as people, as individuals, we also have strategic plans, right? People or students. Natay plano for our lives after 4 years, after 5 years, blah, blah, blah. Okay? So, for example, you are a seller of something. You are a seller of something. Okay? And you want to provide your products or make your products available for the entire nation, for the entire Philippines. Okay? And you want to be established as a top online seller or online selling company in the future. Now, how do you reach? How do you make your products available over the internet or over the country? Okay? The practical solution is use the technology. Okay? And then, magawas na itong gitawag natong e-commerce. Meaning, you sell online. Meaning, magpabuhat kag app sa mobile aron ma-download sa mga tao so that kung naka sa pagadian base ka, your products can still be purchased by people coming from Luzon. So, ang point ato, gamit kag technology. Katong technology nga imong gigamit sa app, okay? Information system man to siya. Kalang Food Panda information system man na. Okay? Zalora, naman sila app, information system siya. Kuha? If I'm not mistaken, Citibank is the first bank, if I'm not mistaken Citibank is the first bank who first introduced mobile banking. Meaning, you can now perform banking transactions over your phone. For example, mag-transfer ka og fund, di na ka kinahanglan mo ito sa bank. You can use the app. Diba? So, maybe ang Citibank ato, part to sa ilahang strategic plan, part to sa ilahang pangagpas sa future, okay, in terms of surviving and in terms of competing with their competitors. Okay, so ang buti pasabot ani, ang sense ani tanan, we can use technology to support our plan. Because like I said from the beginning of our lesson, if we do not use technology, then you will most probably not be able to compete with other competitors. Because technology at this present time is a driving force. It is an engine, okay, for you to carry out your plans and for you to compete. Medyo dili wise kung magpabilin tang manual or unless of course if ang volume sa imong transaction, I mean dili na kay ka busy, madala ra po og mano-mano, okay lang na siya, dili pud buti pasabot manggod nga mogamit og technology nindot na dayon kaayo. For example, gamit og point of sale system sa merkado, dili pwede. So just because we automate something, just because we use computer or technology for a business process, dili mo ti pasabot right away na i-benefit. Usahay mas mugubot hinoon, mas makagubot hinoon. Okay? So another sense of why we're speaking about strategic planning right now is because inani na siya, kung mapalit ang organization og software, ang pangutana din ana nila dayon, or kung magpa-develop sila og software, ilang pangutana din ana, wait lang, nag-support ni sa ato ang plan? Inline ba ni sa ato ang plan? Something like that. For example, your strategic plan is you want to become a doctor one day. Okay? Sige, gasto laag-laag, dili ka magtuon. Is that going to support your plan, your future plan, your strategic plan? Of course not. Okay, so something like that. Wala ba ka na bang, itong issue sa Comelec, wait lang, gapalit-palit taog ka ng mga machine. Is this in support to the plan of Comelec? Something like that. Okay, so for organizations, when they purchase software, they make sure as well that the software or the system or the information system that they are going to deploy or purchase or develop is going to support them along the way. Diba? Sige gasto-gasto rata. Okay? Alright, so let's not talk about SWOT analysis na lang, diretso ta. So when they develop their, just in case, basig helpful ni siya. So when they are developing their strategic plan, organizations will conduct SWOT analysis. Okay? Ang organizations, kada magplano sila sa ilahang future survival, ana nga organization, ang ilang buhaton is mag-conduct silang analysis, ilang i-analyze. Unsa nga analysis, ang tawag SWOT analysis. So lantawon sa organization unsa iyahang strength, lantawon sa organization unsa iyahang weakness. Okay? So lantawon sa organization unsa iyahang strength. So we value our strength, we make sure that it stays the same, if not better. Okay? And then lantawon sa organization unsa iyahang weakness. Okay, for example, kani si competitor ba kay medyo dako-dako siya halin kay naa sila yung mobile app nga pwede maka-order ang ilang customer. Kita wala pa manggod, website pa manggod ta. Nga mga tao karon mas convenient naman mo connect sa internet via mobile phone kaysa sa laptop compared sa una. Okay? So, lantawon pod sa usa ka organization ilang opportunities. Okay? For example, let's say, okay, kani nga product kay wala pay na maligya ani diri sa pagadian, sa ato ni siyang ibaligya. Something like that. Ina ang opportunity. Ang threats kay katunang mga competitors nimo nga na ay mas better nga system kaysa sa imuha. Something like that. Or na may coming magkaha nga organization. Sa may threat sa library, ang number one, pandemic. No? People cannot tawag ani, visit the library. Another threat is ang internet. People right now prefer to quote unquote and refer to internet resources, even if fake news to siya. Okay? So far, Mark, okay na ba? Na-subtan pa so far, Mark? Please type yes to confirm. Yes, good. Okay. So, in a nutshell, for organizations, when they think about their plan, strategic plan, usually 3 years, 5 years ng strategic plan, plano nila ba sa future? They conduct this analysis, SWOT analysis. They will identify their strength, their weaknesses, their opportunities, and their threats. Ang tao, pag magplano ta, di ba, magmuni-muni ka, magmuni-muni man ta, maghinoktok, dayon mga pas, mga andoy, something like that. Okay? Okay. So like I mentioned, no, kay gastuhan man ng mga software, information system, gastuhan man na siya. Okay, paliton man na siya good. Na magiuban nga mo take og 1 year ang development sa software. Okay? So will the project support overall business strategy and operational needs? Na. So these questions are like questions that will validate whether the software will support the plan. Yeah, just because we purchase technology does not mean okay na choy-choy na dayon. So dili pwede nga ning purchase the technology kay choy-choy kay yun na pang high-tech lang. Mura gud pud na siya og ning palit tag iPhone kay wala lang pang choy-choy lang, something like that ba. Okay, is the project scope well defined and clearly stated? Unsa ang project scope? Ang kaya buhaton sa software. Ang unsa ray gi-include sa software. Ang mga IT students nato karon mag-proposal na sila. So in terms of scope, our students, BS IT students, will determine unsa lagi buhaton sa software aron dili siya magsigig extend na dili siya di mahuman. Okay? Another is, are the project goals realistic, achievable, and tied to specific statements or assumptions or constraints or factors and other inputs? It simply means, wala kita siya, is the project going to be, will the project actually support our goal? Is it achievable? Okay, for us to be able to achieve the development, ang buti pasabot ani, mahuman ba siya? Okay, ang buti pasabot ani, we make sure that our scopes are clear. Kaya usahay man gud ang usa ka mura bang nagpatukod tag balay ba nga walay klarong plano, sige extend, dugay kayo mahuman then gasto og kwarta. Okay? So ang software po dapat clear ang iyang scope so that it will become achievable. So dili man mo wala man mo development ata BLI students pero ang BSIT iklaro nila na ilang scope nga mahuman og 2 semesters kay dili pwede nga ilang software pud nga buhaton ambitious na pud kaayo, dili pwede. Dili sila mahuman. If it's too huge, no? Or large or big ang scope sa software. Okay? So, what's the reason? Nga nung, mo ano man, o what is the particular reason why people or why organizations request for system? For example, namaguna siya ang buti pa sabot mga ng systems request good kay although for example in organization gamay ang iyahang namaguna IT office ang usa ka organization. Okay? So ang kanang IT office sa usa ka organization, ang buti pasabot ana that exists for systems request. Unsa nang systems request? For example, na isa ka office ani nga organization that wants a system. So katong office sa organization, mo contact siya sa IT office ana nga organization, mag-request quote unquote og system. Okay, for example, na isa ka accounting office, no? Naman tay sa Columban, naman tay accounting, di ba? In the case of St. Columban College, ang kaning ato ang IT office is our MIS. Okay? Now, for offices like naman tay accounting, natin treasurer, natin registrar, whatever needs they have in terms of information technology, ila i-address sa MIS. Okay? However, for large organizations, okay? In fact, sa ato ang library di ani, MIS mo gapon sila mo is ang ato mga MIS ang nag-act as IT center, IT office. For large organization though, mas formal ang ilahang pag-request og IT support. So musulat sila letter. Mabito nang naatay gitawag nga Chief Information Officer, ay diba Chief Executive Officer, it's for the executive level sa tanan. Masyag, CEO, the top level nga position. Ang Chief Finance Officer, it's more on the finances. Ang Chief Information Officer sa IT na siya. Okay? So for large organizations, when this office needs a system, for example, dako kayong company gyud, syempre na accounting, most likely, okay, ang accounting office, nanginalan sila accounting system, malamang. So ang accounting office, magsulat na sila letter sa IT office, requesting, quote-unquote, for a system. Again, ang system pwede paliton, pwede i-develop. Nato. Okay? Ang other term ana is outsource. Meaning sa outsource, gipalit nato sa laing company. Okay? Pero pag kita'y nag-develop, nag-hire tag programmer, software developer, kita'y ga-develop, ang tawag na kanana, in-house development. Okay? So, unsay mga reasons nganong ang mga organizations mag-request, mag-deploy, mag-develop, magpalit og information systems. The reasons are displayed on your screens. Okay? We need a clear reason so that the organization will approve our request. Example, enrollment system. Mahal ang enrollment system, students. It does not cost for only 1,000 pesos. No. It's so costly. So we need to have a clear and solid and convincing reason why we need to deploy enrollment system. Why we need to purchase this particular system para ma-approve siya. Meaning, pag ma-approve, makapalit ta ato or makapadevelop ta ato. Okay? What are the descriptions of these reasons? For your task, I need you to study what systems requests are. Naa sa ato ang book, katong e-book, katong gihatag. And I need you to check out the descriptions of each reason and one particular example that supports each reason. Naana siya, naka-explain dito sa ato ang reference, sa ato ang task, sa ato ang e-book. So for now, read about it and wait for my post regarding the task. Your task for now is to study what systems requests are and study as well the main reasons, meaning the concept behind it, the examples behind it. Okay, ngano ang mga organization or ang offices within that organization magpalit or magpa-deploy og information system. So that is so far your first task for now. And wait for further post for the task about this one. Okay? For small companies, ang systems request man gud igura tawagon. Manawag ra ba kung gagmay lang ang organization. Example, oy Sir Mark, kanang kuan ba? Kuan bi, sabi kanang magpatabang mig system magpa-install mig system ni bi, blah 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 blah. Remember ha, ang user productivity systems kay information systems pod. Example, Excel. Nay usahay ha nga sa for example gagmay kanabitang gamay lang nga accounting office. Nay usahay nga enough na ang Microsoft Excel, dili kinahanglan mo palit. Depende sa reason. So kung dili convincing ang reason, ang Chief Information Officer or ang head ana nga IT office, pwede mo ingon nga, ala dili man kinahanglan og palitan og system ma'am or sir. Pwede ra man ang Excel ani kung mao ra man gani ang need di ay. Na-gets ninyo? Nakuha? So inana, evaluate pa nato siya. Mauna siya nga sa mga BSIT students na may proposal. I-propose pa na nila ilahang system nga gusto buhaton. Na unyang nara day alternative, pwede ra di ay ma-Excel, pwede ra ma-Microsoft Word, pwede ra ma-Facebook. Dili siya ma-develop. Pero og strong gyud ang reason, that's why you need to study the reasons. Kung strong yun siya, then that's the time nga pwede na siya it's either mapalit or mapadevelop. Nakuha ninyo? Nakuha ra, Mark? So far, ang thought? Yes, okay. Again, your task for now is study the systems request, what systems requests are, samples of how systems requests look like, naana siya sa atong reference, and then you study the main reasons. Of course, if there are questions about words, na mag-uusahay mga technical words, sabi ng mga software, blah, 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 do not hesitate to please comment out sa ato ang Google Classroom nga portal. No? So I regularly check man po our Google Classroom. Okay? Are we all clear, Mark? Okay na ba? Any questions so far since you are the only student I have for this session? None. Okay. I think that would be all for this afternoon. Again, your task is to study it and then wait for my further posts for particular tasks about this lesson. Okay na ba, Tamart? Can we now dismiss it? Okay. Thank you, Mark. Thank you for your attendance. And I hope for the other students who are watching this video, please, if possible, let's attend the session for the next sessions. Or pwede po, if busy kayo, sige lang, basig mangita tayo alternative, baka mag-post lang ko dito na lang o video in advance para medyo kaayo demanding ang schedule. Thank you, Mark, for your presence this afternoon. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Also, I'll see you all students soon. Sige, Mark. Okay na, Mark.